So I'm just making a quick video tonight. It is Saturday, March 30th. I will not be making a video on Sunday, Easter. I'm going to respect the holy holiday. So I just wanted to make a video this evening. I will air this video, obviously, on Easter, but I will not be working on Easter out of respect for the holiday. And just a couple things I want to say. First off, I want to thank everybody for being here. Like, share, subscribe. I want to thank everybody for supporting the channel. I want to wish everybody a happy Easter. I think that it is probably the most important holiday in the world. And, I'm a God-fearing man. And I think that, next Easter could look a lot different than this Easter. Things are changing very, very quickly. I hope things improve, but I want to talk about a few things. I was reading this article tonight, this one from the New York Post, just to talk about the evil that is so prevalent. And as we have Easter tomorrow, we are really witnessing so many events unfolding here in 2024, and so much more is going to happen after this Easter. 3 girls between 12 and 13 years old arrested for beating disabled man to death on DC street. This attack occurred last year in 2023. They just arrested these girls. Reggie Brown, 64-year-old disabled man, lost his life because these girls chased him down an alley, tried to jump over a chain link fence. They pulled him down off the fence like a pack of dogs, and he's just trying to get away. They took his own belt, beat him with his own belt, kicked him, stomped his head into the concrete, and laughing while they were doing this. And one of the girls, as this man is bleeding, as they opened him up, said he's leaking, and they're laughing about this. I mean, we're talking about 12 and 13-year-old girls doing this. This is horrific, what is going on. And when you read, I'm sitting here this evening, it's late, and I'm reading this, and I'm just horrified what our society is turning into. Girls, 12, 13 years old, the violence that we're encountering right here in America, it is startling. And as I sit here tonight before Easter, I'm just thinking about the spiritual warfare that we are in, the economic warfare that we are in, societal warfare that we are in. It just mental warfare, everything that is going on. You see the despair on people's faces. You see the pain. People are getting worried now. This is no laughing matter. I don't make videos where I laugh with people losing their houses, laughing at people's tragedies, financial tragedies, the social tragedies that are taking place. There's nothing funny with what is going on, ladies and gentlemen. This is serious business, and it is going to get much, much more serious. But I want everybody, look, have a very good Easter. Spend it with friends and family. Be thankful to God for everything you have. Christ rose from the dead to redeem us from sin. And, I think a lot of people are really waking up to what is going on. They see so much evil out there, so they recognize there must be good, that there's so much demonic out there that there has to be a God, right? And we are really having our eyes opened in regards to things that are happening in Hollywood. You see the whole P. Diddy thing unfolding. There's another big actor that was just arrested today or yesterday for some very, very serious crimes. I'm not even going to say here, but it's just out of control, and we're being shown things. And I think that we are going to be leading up to some huge events that will be spiritual, they will be financial. We're going to see some things. If you hear some snoring, I apologize. Nugget is on the couch. She's gone to bed, so I'm keeping her up a little bit right now. But she's spoiled. She has a great life. Mimi is somewhere. She's on the other side of the couch here, and she's out. They're spoiled. They have 24-hour security. They eat 2 squares a day. They go for their walk. They don't know what evil is. They've never been treated bad. They've never missed a meal. They've never been abused. They don't know what evil is. But we do, and we're witnessing this, and we must stand up to it. We have this event, this solar eclipse that's going to take place, I believe, April 8th. And I was watching Rabbi Khan, Pastor Faraj, some other people. Does this have a message, a meaning? Is this predicting something? Is something going to happen after this? Is this a sign? Maybe it is. Maybe it isn't. But there are a lot of names where the solar flare takes place, with biblical names that are right here in America of towns. Towns that are named after biblical places in the Bible. And it's very, very interesting. Some of the relationship, some of the numerology that all of this has. Is judgment coming right afterwards? I don't know. It could be. It might not. It might. But it doesn't really matter, because you should be ready. We should all be walking better lives right now. We should all be walking closer to God right now, because whether Judgment Day is April 8th, 9th, 10th, or 11th, or 20 years from now, or 200 years from now, we have got to be walking the walk right now, prepared for anything, because you never know when it's going to be your time. We're only here for so long, and you don't know when it's going to be your time. Be ready no matter what. Again, I see light being shed on a lot of things that are being exposed right now. You could say politically, things in Hollywood, so much is being exposed right now. Why all of a sudden? Why all of a sudden are we being shown this? Some people are blind to it. They could care less. But you and I know that there's more to it. There's a reason why it's being exposed. I was reading another article tonight. New York trash revolution targets overflows of waste and rats feasting on it. New York. We are watching the destruction of our standard of living here in America. You look at places in China, places in the Middle East like Dubai, other areas of the world that are so advanced, so clean. And we're looking at our cities just falling into rubble. Our infrastructure is so dated. Our bridges, our pipes, our transformers, our grids, so dated. And it makes us a very fragile country, because if something happens in this country, we are not prepared to fix it. Our grid is so dated. We don't have backup transformers. What would we do? We are so unprepared as a nation. We are getting so weak, and the world knows it. And at some point, I think we have to be very, very careful, because I think we're going to see assaults right here on U.S. soil. And it's going to be very, very hard to recover from this, because we're not prepared for it. And as a people, we've become so lazy, so dumbed down, so dependent on somebody else giving us money, giving us food, that people are going to be in huge trouble when this happens. It's not a matter of if, it is a matter of when. Even our own FBI, Christopher Wray, is telling us, red flag, red flag. People are here. We're getting calls. There's threats. We know about the water systems being hacked. We know about the sewer systems, grids going down, hospitals going down. Here's one tonight from the Daily Mail. AT&T acknowledges massive data leak affecting 73 million users as the telecom giant resets account passcodes for customers after previously denying they'd been compromised. So we have 7.6 million current AT&T account holders affected, and 65.4 million former account holders affected. If our communication system goes down, we're in very, very big trouble. Imagine if you could not get online, if your phone didn't work, if you couldn't find out on the news what was going on, if you couldn't call your relatives, what would you do? People are addicted to their phones. They're addicted to social media. Imagine if it all got shut off. And think about how would people access money? How would they be able to go to the store and buy something, put gas in the car? They wouldn't, because everything is on those phones. Everything is digital pretty much now. And so as we get ready to respect and celebrate Easter, be on alert for anything and be ready for anything, because I think that this solar flare that we're about to experience, I think it means something. I think it's telling us something. I think it is a sign of something. I don't know in depth of how much of a sign it is or exactly what it means. I don't think anybody really does. But does it mark a time in history now where things begin to happen? That's my question to all of you. Comment down below if you have a minute. I don't think anything's going to happen that day or the day after, but I think it marks a time in our history where events really begin to happen. And I think that when you look at how disrespectful America has been to the rest of the world, how it's turned its back on God, the amount of just drug use, satanic worship, which is really growing here in America. Attendance at churches is going down. It should, because the churches are a joke at this point for the most part. If you go to a good church, God bless you, you're one of the very, very few, because most of them now are just corporate businesses. But we see other religions growing. We see the satanic church growing and Satanism growing, and we see Christianity shrinking. Not a good sign. You look at the amount of drug use in this country, you look at the amount of people in prison in this country, the amount of trafficking in this country. We consume all this stuff. How in the world do you think that this nation is not going to be judged with everything going on? And now take a look at what's happening in Hollywood and what's been going on behind the scenes for decades in Hollywood. You think this country's not going to be judged at some point? I'm praying for the best, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you are too. But we as a nation have turned our back. We've done so much wrong. And you just look at the deviance and the immorality in this country. And look, I'm not sitting here telling you I'm an angel, that I'm perfect. Absolutely not. But I know that this nation has done so much. And you look at the wars and the lives we've taken in these wars, and you just look at what's happening politically. You look at what is being allowed. You look at the crime in this country. The taxpayer, the good citizen who respects the law, obeys the law, is now the criminal. And the criminals now get out of jail, and the criminals now sue you. The criminals now can move into your house, and you can't get them out. It just seems like everything, as the Bible said, is going into reverse. Good would be bad and bad would be good, right? And that's like what we're beginning to see right now. So a lot happening. I'm just thinking a little bit this evening as we're winding down. And, what do you think? What do you think? Again, I want everybody to have a great Easter. All respect to God and Jesus. But he is warning you, and I hope that you're listening, because if you think we're going to get out of this economic depression unscathed, you think we're going to get out of this societal depression unscathed, it's going to get much worse before it gets better. And who knows if it is going to get better or when it gets better. We don't know how bad this is going to get. It's getting bad right now, but I believe it's going to get much, much worse. And the churches have not prepared their congregations. The churches just think everything is fine. The churches accept everything. The churches just want to make you feel good. The churches just want you to donate money. The churches don't want to scare you. The churches don't want you to take action. They don't want to prepare you. They're not preparing their congregations, and they are going to be held accountable by God for this. So if they're not going to do it, I'm going to do my best to sound the alarm a little bit tonight and warn all of you that things are coming. Very, very bad things, evil things are coming. and you better be prepared. And you can have all the gold and silver in the world. That's not going to protect you from what's coming. I think you better have it, but you better get right with God. You better get your house in order. You better get your security in order. And you better be praying for this country. And good people better really come together. Too many people out here, fake as can be, not walking the walk. Those people are going to be the first ones, the first casualties of this. You now have got to take control of your own lives, walk the walk. You know, don't think that anybody's coming to save you. Don't think that anybody's better than you. Don't think that this person on social media, you know, is more prepared than you are. You've got to be the most prepared you can humanly be right now. You owe it to you and your family. You need to be doing that. So I'm going to leave it there tonight. I don't want to rant here all evening. I want everybody to enjoy Easter, but be careful out there. Please be careful and be safe, because as we come into spring and summer, I think we're going to see some things really bust loose in this country. And unfortunately, most people are not prepared for it, and they're going to be victims of it, financially, socially, you name it. It's sad, ladies and gentlemen. It really, really is. And it gives me no satisfaction, no thrill to make these videos and talk about this stuff daily, but I worry about my country. I worry about all of you. I care. I want to see all of you prosper. I want to see your kids prosper and have the life that we had growing up. You know, I just remember this country being a lot different, and many of you probably can too. I hope your children get to grow up the way I did and the way you did. But if we keep going in this direction, there's no way. You can't even let your kids go out and play by themselves now. You know, like when we were kids, you go out in the summer break and vacation, and you would ride your bike till the sun went down. You'd be out all day and nobody worried about it. You come home, have lunch, you go back out, you come back, you have dinner, and you go back out until the sun went down. You can't do that today. Kids cannot do that today. Why is that? Things are much different than they were, 15, 20, 30 years ago. Much, much different. God bless every one of you. Like, share, subscribe. Thank you so much for all the support. I have not been to my P.O. box in a while. I apologize. For anybody who's sent mail, a card, the prayers, all the support, I want to thank every one of you before this beautiful Easter. Thank you so much for everything. Please keep me in your prayers. And as always, I look forward to speaking with you. God bless.